Welcome to episode 31 of Blue-Lusional. We are
back?
alive. We are good. We're here.
We had a good week. We had a good week.
We had a good week. We can actually say that all the states exist. New Jersey, you still exist in our eyes.
Virginia,
Virginia,
New York, we weren't worried about you.
Pennsylvania. It was a good week. It was really good. The Hope Corps went really hard Wednesday morning.
It was hitting. It hit like crack.
It did. It hit like crack.
Broke ass.
Wow. Devin, why don't you just get into the fucking blue sweep that we had?
Ladies and gentlemen, woke is back. Okay, dye your hair blue. Tell everyone your pronouns. Put them back in the email signature. Woke 2.0 hit this week. It started off great with a real good sign. Dick Cheney died. All right. Dick Cheney died on election day.
They said,
I was
remember
like,
9/11 when you vote on Tuesday. And the world said, the universe said, we'll remember 9/11, all right.
I said, shit, this is a good sign. So we had a Zohran Mamdani elected as mayor of New York City. Okay. We knew that was coming. Abigail Spanberger, governor of Virginia. She beat that crazy ass black lady. Thank God. Mikie Sherrill won in New Jersey. Thank God that one had me the fucking most worried. Pennsylvania retained their liberal Supreme Court justices. Missouri, red ass Missouri, flipped 2 state Senate seats, breaking a Republican supermajority. Detroit elected their first black female mayor, Mary Sheffield. Miami, our friend Ken Russell did not win, but they still went blue. They elected Eileen Higgins
lost by 700 votes. 700 for a grassroots
He's not done
candidate
yet.
running for mayor. Okay, that is still a victory in of itself.
That's
going
epic.
Up against people that were heavily funded.
Epic.
That's epic.
Prop 50 passed 5 minutes after the poll closed, and there were still people in line like 4 hours later. Colorado voted to raise taxes on the rich to pay for free meals for public school kids.
That hit. That one hit.
Every Republican on the Bucks County, PA school board, they're done. They're out of here. And Bucks County's not a swing county. Okay, Bucks County is not a swing county. And listen, white people, you guys couldn't crack 50% on those exit polls. You guys are messing around again. Come on.
Still hanging on. That's what they're doing. They're still hanging on.
What are we doing?
Let go. We need you to let go.
And I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, it was just a small sample size you're seeing. I don't want to hear it. That small sample size is the majority.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a math person, but I'm pretty sure there's more white people than everybody else.
Yes.
So
that is quite literally fact.
Come on.
We need you guys to do better.
Come on. But every other demo,
the young voters,
looks like they understood the assignment.
18 to 21,
young people.
18 to 21-year-old white men. That was surprising.
And they're psyched. They're like, ooh, was this what it was like when Obama got elected? They're like, is this what hope feels like? Is this what happens when you control your own fate? When you vote and don't listen to the people who say, hey, don't vote. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything.
Guys,
you fucking clowns.
It was so good. I mean, we were interviewing somebody right when most of the polls were starting to close. But we thought we were going to be in for a long night. We thought it was probably going to be like at least 10, 11 p.m. when they started calling some races. Guys, they had this shit wrapped up by 9:30.
I remember looking 9:18.
Like, they said, you guys, here you go. Take your sweeps and go to bed.
Good job, everyone. Go to bed.
That's the type
High fives.
of Tuesday election night I want. I want to get up, vote, go about my day, and by 9:30 p.m., have a blue sweep and be able to go to bed.
I don't want to have the fucking feeling of, I don't know if we're going to fall onto a dictator.
I don't want to be up at 1 a.m. still waiting for the blue wave.
Talking about it. I don't want to have to think about a red mirage. I don't want to have to think about a red mirage. No, I want prime Obama type closings. Everybody's in bed. We're watching acceptance speeches.
exposure therapy to the blue wave. We all needed it. Okay, we were all carrying around PTSD that we weren't
Bad.
ready to break, but it broke for us because that was the blue wave we wanted. And now when I hear the word blue wave, I don't cringe as much.
That was a tsunami. That
Yeah.
was a fucking tsunami. Fucking Zohran was talking so much shit in his acceptance speech. He dropped a
Turn
bunch of
the
Easter
volume
eggs.
up.
People are like, "Oh, this was a KRS one song that he was quoting," and I was like, "Damn, I never thought I'd see the day where a blonde white woman is schooling me on KRS One." But here we are. It's 2025. That's
Yeah.
very all the
And
rich.
they didn't want to talk about the red districts. Even Trump was like, they won in Democratic states. No, that's
Missouri,
not Missouri.
Missouri.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Missouri, Bucks County, PA.
that's Rock County's red.
No.
That's not a swing
I think they
county.
forgot that those were elections that were happening. It was not just blue states. It was also blue states that in the last election were starting to look like they were going to turn red. So even though they're technically blue states, these were states that if we were going on the trajectory that it was looking like, they would turn red, like New Jersey. The last election, it was way too close.
It's almost like having the government shut down and firing a shit ton of federal employees and kidnapping brown people off the street and not giving people due process pisses people off. Oh, and don't forget taking their health care and starving them.
And laughing in their faces and throwing parties while they're starving wouldn't make you look bad.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know why they thought they really believed that people were just going to be like, well, guess this is life now. Guess we just got to vote for them.
They are banking on everybody believing it's the Democrats' fault and that, it is what it is. And they were not expecting everyone to be like, no, we're not buying that anymore. And we're going to take our asses to the polls. They were not banking on that. Guys, you can tell they're freaking out because the live social posts are going up. The man can't even spend a weekend at the White House anymore. He's got to get away. He's got to literally go back to his people to feel some sense of and that he's loved. He has to go all the way back to Mar-a-Lago every weekend to just have somebody fucking suck his dick and let him know how great he is, because it's not happening.
Not anymore. Those elections were hitting so hard that Mike Johnson and Steve Bannon immediately were like, we're going to go to prison, guys. They said, wait. Guys, if this happens again next year, we're going to fucking prison. And they tried to put it off on other people. Like Steve Bannon, I think he was just talking to a room of regular people.
He was like, some of you guys are going to be in prison with me.
Me included. And it's like, and they're like, wait, what did you do? We thought you were the party of law and order. Oh, so you do. So you agree. You are breaking the law. Okay.
There's a reason why Republicans don't want to end the filibuster, which we'll talk about later, because your ass is definitely going to prison, and you're swiftly going to prison with a swiftness.
And before I forget, all the rich New Yorkers that were saying, oh, we're going to leave because Zohran's going to be, if he gets elected, we're going to leave. I was looking at Zillow Friday morning and I only saw a couple listings from November 4th. I only saw a couple. I did not see enough. I don't know. I thought you guys were leaving. Why aren't you trying to move into Mar-a-Lago? Dave Portnoy, why aren't you leaving? You said you were going to Hoboken. So it's time to get Barstool out of New York. Also, if Dave Portnoy has no haters, I'm dead. Yeah, I am in the fucking ground.
We're all dead.
Fuck that guy. Dave Portnoy. That fucking racist cuck.
Dave Portnoy. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You're weird.
Barstool sucks.
You're fucking weird. You're a fucking loser. And you're fucking weird. You hang out with young girls. It's fucking weird. People on your show think you're fucking weird and they tell you that to your face. And you get all upset.
Yeah. And your pizza reviews are fucking trash. Hey, the fucking elections were even scaring Dems. Nancy Pelosi saw a fucking hot brown dude win, and the person that's trying to primary her is a hot brown dude. She said, you know what? I think I'm going to hang it up. I think I'm not going to run for re-election. Yeah, I'm good. I'm out of here. She said, I'm out of here.
Good riddance, Nancy.
Bye.
Take your fucking stocks and get out.
Insider trading fucking Hall of Fame. The fuck?
Gotta go.
You were revered one time, but now
It's over.
you ran
girl.
your course a long time ago.
She's
Long
like, I
time
gotta
ago.
save the embarrassment, and I just gotta see myself out now. And everyone's like, that's
Yeah.
still not good enough. You need to go right now. You need to go now. I want a special election.
No, Victoria,
I
now.
want you gone. And you know, can't blame them. I agree. You should go now and have a special election. Let's get this thing rolling before the primaries.
I just remembered a real funny one. Elise Stefanik, that we're talking about, special election. She is going to run for governor of New York. She saw Elise Stefanik said, you know what?
You know what?
I think I'm going to be the one that has I'm going to break the blue tsunami. It's going to be me.
It's gonna be me.
So
and everyone's like, who? You?
your whole party doesn't
No,
even like
thanks. Your party hates
They
you.
told you not to run for Senate. They said keep your ass in Congress. She's itching to get out
They
of
said,
Congress.
ma'am, do you know what like polls are? You know that we like poll people to see if you'd win something before you run, so it's not embarrassing.
Hey, Elise, did you see any of the elections? Did you see any of them?
Elise, do you know where you are?
You saw what happened in New York, right? And you saw people want to get rid of Kathy
You think
Hochul
that's gonna
because
and
she
they're
doesn't.
like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna vote for her. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the comment sections are filled of Kathy Hochul needs to go. She doesn't want to tax the rich. So Elise Stefanik said, you know what?
Sounds like I
as a
should get in there.
Republican who also hates taxing the rich,
I think
got this
I
in
can
the
win them
bag.
over, guys. And they're gonna be like, hey, are you taxing the rich? And she's gonna be like, no. And they're like, okay, then we're not voting for you either.
Then get the fuck out of here, lady.
The only
We don't
way
even
a
know you like
Republican's
that.
winning is if somebody is like running as a Republican for shits and giggles that has only liberal policies.
Yeah, they're done. They're cooked.
They're cooked.
They're cooked.
But it's funny
We'll
that
also
they
get to
still
that
think
later.
they've got it.
That's so cute. That's so cute. That they think they're gonna win stuff. That's so cute.
And if all the billionaires are leaving New York City because it's no longer safe, then who is really going to vote for you?
Sharia
All the
law.
billionaires that you to vote for you.
They're gonna put it under Sharia law. The ironic part of that is that they are trying to institute Sharia law. The Republicans want Sharia law. They're like, repeal the 19th Amendment. Women can't have bodily autonomy. Like, do you know what they do to women over there in the Middle East? Yeah, you're trying to do it here.
That's what you're doing. Just holds mirror up. It's like an alternate reality, guys. It really is. I can't wait for how great New York City is going to get. It's going to get so good, and everyone's going to be like, fuck, he actually was. Fuck.
They're going to be like, wait the free busing, the prices came down, and we have free busing and oh, fuck, we should do this everywhere.
Wait, they're actually visiting New York City?
That's what they're scared of. They're going to be like, wait,
the crime
we should do this everywhere.
The crime in New York City went down?
Oh my God, because they invested in education?
Fuck.
Oh my God, and the rent is stabilized?
Fuck, they're going to do this everywhere. They're going to do this everywhere. We can't have that.
Fuck, they're going to realize that the government is supposed to be filled with public servants that are supposed to serve the people.
This isn't good.
Fuck, we gotta deport him.
It's gonna be, just wait. Just fucking wait. But also hold everybody accountable is what we're saying over here. We are
Stop idolizing these people.
Yeah, there's a lot of idolizing. Still hold them accountable.
Zohran. Do not worship him. Please.
Please still hold him accountable. If he said he was gonna do something and you're not seeing it, flood his phone lines. Let's get it going. Flood Abigail. Flood Mikie. Everybody gets held accountable. Same with Adelita. We said she better get in there and she better be signing those papers. The second she gets in there, she's getting a phone call from me. That should be the first line of fucking business. Or else,
because if not, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Because if we make excuses for them now and then things don't get better, no. We did this. We voted you in on your policy and we are holding you to your policy.
Hold up your end of the bargain.
So New York City, while I think you should be celebrating, it's also going to be time for him to get to work. And when he gets to work, you need to be following what he's doing and holding him accountable if he's not doing what he told you he was going to do.
Hey, bro, where are those free buses at?
Yeah.
Where are those baskets at?
My rent?
Come on. We're supposed to be getting that socialism.
I'm not seeing it. So hold him accountable.
If it doesn't come, ask him about it.
Yep. Your vote's powerful and let everybody know that You voted for them, but you can also not vote for them ever again.
As we saw.
Yep. So the government is still shut down. We have entered the longest government shutdown in history. In history, we are seeing the effects very quickly, especially in air travel. So the FAA cut down air traffic by 10% at 40 major airlines. We talked about that last week, and we saw the effects of that this week. So airports like Houston were having lines 3-4 hours long outside the building. Some other airports like Orlando, Newark, we're seeing, or Atlanta, they are a little bit more equipped to handle influxes. So you're not seeing that long of a line to get through TSA. But what you are seeing is planes get diverted in the air. They can't land at these airports because they can't handle them. And you are seeing like captains and flight attendants timing out because there's not enough of them and they can only work so many hours to keep everybody safe. Like they can't fly for 24 hours. That's not safe for anyone. So flights are timing out, meaning flights are getting delayed because they don't have crew to run them. So you're seeing more of a delay on the other side of TSA. So I made a video the other day, but I want to say it here to please pack your patience if you're going to the airport. And you shouldn't be going to the airport and just flying to fucking Cancun to fly to Cancun. I understand everybody wants to go on vacation. Times are stressful. But like, if you don't absolutely need to travel, like you travel for work, to see family, like you need to be traveling, don't. These people are working without a paycheck. This is now going to be their second paycheck, $0. They're still expected to go to work. And when stuff like this happens, the easiest thing for somebody to do is yell at the airport employees because they're upset and they think it's the airport employees' fault that TSA is a 3-hour wait. If we see you causing a scene in the airport, I will go to the longest of lengths to find out who you are, where you work, will spend my entire night finding everything I can about
You're
you.
gonna go. You will be made viral.
Do not. I swear to you. I understand it's frustrating, but you don't have to travel, A. You don't. You don't have to travel. Nobody's holding you against your fucking will. And you also have free will to, pick up the phone and call Mike Johnson when you're upset at the airport. While you're waiting in 3.5-hour lines, you could call a lot of Republicans while you're in line. So take your anger out on them. Flight attendants, you can give them gift cards. I don't think you can give TSA gifts, but you could give them kindness and thank them for what they're doing. Be a kind human being. Flight attendants and all of that, I believe you can gift them. So if you have some, gift cards you never use lying around, maybe think about doing that or writing them a card. TSA agents could probably take a handwritten card, just something that says thank you for being here and working without pay, and we appreciate you safely trying to get us to our destination. But don't, because I will crash out, as Devin says on Beyonce's internet. I will. I don't want to see
fly. The flight attendants are saying don't fly.
Please.
The flight attendants are saying don't fly.
It's just
who else do you need to hear it from?
If you're there because you need to be there, pack your patience. Be nice. Be a kind human being. It takes nothing to be a kind human being, but it takes a lot of effort to be a nasty human being. And I will call you out on it. I will clock you so hard if I see you on the internet. And if you see somebody doing it, film them. Film them and shame them. Like literally say, how fucking dare you? Make them feel like this small. I'm talking just fucking lay into them and then post it on the internet so that I can find out who they are. Yeah, start shaming people
back.
Just yell shame, shame, shame. They're probably wearing a cross too. Bring that up.
They have John 3:16 in the bio. They have it.
They always do. So, just call them out. Don't be an innocent bystander. I will point out that last time we had a government shutdown here in Orlando, a TSA agent, I believe, did take their life at the MCO airport. Times like this really test people's mental health, and the least that we could do is just be really kind human beings at this time. So I feel like that's not a big ask.
It's really not.
You don't know where people are at mentally these days. Be kind. So, SNAP benefits. We talked last week that a federal judge ordered them to use those reserve funds. He said, you got those reserve funds, which are for a rainy day. Yeah, this is the rainy day funds that you need to use. You need to fund SNAP. It was an emergency appeal that was done by the administration because they don't want to feed you or they don't have that money. One or the other, both are terrible. Guess what? Federal judge denied that appeal. Yeah, no. I need that money. I need to know where it is, and I need to know how you're moving forward. Well, Trump was like, I do not want to feed these people. SCOTUS, come help me. Now, let's talk about what happened. The Supreme Court did rule in favor of the administration for now, and I know that's going to piss you off, but let's explain. They ruled in his favor for now, but they put it back to the appeals court where the judges are all Obama and Biden appointees. We all know how that's going to end. So it is a for now, but they literally said, I'm going to give it back to the person that's definitely going to hold you accountable. So now Trump obviously knows what this means. So now he's just threatening financial penalties on the states that have taken it upon themselves to pay out SNAP benefits using state funded money, saying, now we're going to hit you, because before it was just, don't expect to get paid back if you do this. Don't expect for us to pay you back. And the states were like, okay, bet, like, we're still going to do it. So then it was like, okay, well, I'm not going to give you any fucking money anymore at all if you do this. I'm done.
Threats are working anymore.
How is this the Dems' fault? How is it the Dems' fault?
He's literally going tooth and nail.
He
to not
literally at all cost not to feed you, or at all cost to get the states not to feed them, which doesn't involve him. They always say bring it back to the states, let the states decide. So let the states decide. The states decided they wanted to feed the people in their state, and he was like, that is the worst thing you could possibly do right now. So again, how is that the Dems' fault? And guess what, guys? Mike Johnson, this whole time, was like, if they just open the government up, we'll sit down and we'll talk about healthcare. Everyone was like, okay, this might make them fold, because everything was about healthcare and Medicaid and subsidies. So that was where we were all like, oh, are the Dems going to fold? Are they going to fold and open up the government in hopes that they can actually sit at the table and negotiate, which we know we don't negotiate with Nazis, but here we are. Well, then Mike Johnson just came out and said, oh, we're not doing that. I'm not promising any votes on subsidies for healthcare, even if the government reopens. So then all of us got on Beyonce's internet and were like, Dems, I swear to God, you better not fold. You better not fucking fold. They are playing straight in our faces.
Apparently Schumer wanted to.
I think that was what was going to get them to fold. Was like, okay,
yeah,
if we open
but
this
then the
back
elections
up,
happened.
we'll have a vote, and then so that didn't work. So then Schumer introduced a resolution that would extend those healthcare, or extends the ACA for a year, and at that year mark would be when the midterms are, which is a lose-lose for Republicans, because if they vote no, then it keeps the government shut down and shows that they don't want to negotiate with Dems. And if they vote yes, then it rolls around. We get the subsidies, we get it through midterms of next year, so that we can blue wave this bitch. And it's not good for Republicans, because they're not going to want to do anything beyond that year. No. So it really screws them either way. So what happened? Yeah, the Republicans said, fuck no. We're not voting on that shit. We're not even voting on it, because our votes are all going to be no. No. Oh. Trump is big mad, guys. He is big mad. This was not a good week for him. None of his buddies won. He can barely stay awake. He barely knows where he is. So he's big mad that nobody's listening to him, that the GOP is not listening to him. His Marjorie Taylor Greens are not listening to him. He was like, you know what? We need to end the filibuster. That would solve this, because then we wouldn't need a super majority, which is what we need right now. We wouldn't need it. We would just need a majority, and we have a majority. So if all the Republicans vote yes, without a filibuster, we can pass everything, and we can pass all of my policy for the midterms, because we're so fucked that I need to fast roll this shit.
We're already behind schedule.
And the Republicans said, no, because you want to know what happens? If you get rid of the filibuster and it's still a blue wave next year, then it works in favor of the Dems going forward. And the Dems only need a majority. Like, you will screw us. So then he was asked about it in a 60 Minutes interview, like, hey, what do you say about the Republicans that are like, this pendulum's going to swing back? And he's like, well, sure, maybe, but we got to get stuff done now. We gotta get stuff done now. They need to end it now. We gotta do all the
Nazi stuff now.
I'm not gonna be around when the pendulum swings back, so it's not my problem. I will be dead. I need my stuff done now.
He will be dead.
He will be dead. He knows that. That's why he's like, okay, well, that sucks for them, I guess, but I want it done now. So now he's big mad. He's yelling at all of them. He's live socialing multiple times an hour, yelling at them for not ending the filibuster. And overall, guys, we're really just seeing really stark cracks. And we've been seeing them, but we're really seeing them. We saw them with Candace Owens after the Charlie Kirk incident. She is not letting up, and she's even going as far to say that MAGA is over. She had a whole video out this past Friday saying that she believes the MAGA movement's over. And so many people were in the comments like, yep, it's over. Like, I voted for him. I'll never vote for him again after they weren't transparent with Charlie Kirk. People are like, with the snap. Everybody's in the comments. We've got Marjorie Taylor Greene doing her apology tour, and she's still sticking to the fact that she likes Trump, but that she is very disappointed in policy and she stands by her constituents. We all know AOC did a great breakdown of like that she's just personally mad that Trump told her not to run for Senate and senator, and that she's on like a personal vengeance against him. But her words mean something to MAGA. So if she starts turning people, if Candace Owens, she's got a loyal fucking fan base. Loyal. And you've got Nick Fuentes, who's got those white men who, I mean, he's taken it a step farther that he doesn't even think they're as extreme as they should be. So he's like a step in the other direction. But even then, people are leaving MAGA. They're
The
leaving.
Heritage Foundation is fighting.
Yep. Heritage Foundation is fighting. Like, the cracks are forming, and it's becoming harder and harder to keep up with the lies, and people are over it. It's affecting them personally. They don't like that they were supposed to be the most transparent administration, and they're obviously lying about what happened to Charlie in whatever way I haven't even really been following it because, again, but like Candace Owens truly thinks that Benjamin Netanyahu killed him and that Trump administration knows about it, like all those things. She's riding that wave, and people are on board, so they're leaving the movement. And then there's people that are personally being affected because they don't have food, and so they're waking up. This is not good for him. It's not. He only has that fan base because they were brainwashed. So when they wake up, you cannot brainwash them again once they start waking up. It's just not how it works. So that is a win in of itself. So we got to keep pushing. We can't. No more
Keep
doom
their
and
foot on their
gloom
necks.
after this week. We have really witnessed just like,
Stop saying we're cooked.
yeah, no more we're cooked. No more, our vote, we won't have an election next year. None of that. None of that, please. All done with that. And then finally, to kind of round this week out, a Portland judge ruled that the National Guard is permanently banned from being deployed to Portland, that they have violated the 10th Amendment. And this would be the first time that they have permanently blocked troops going into a city. They said, guys, everything's been peaceful. The Oregon Police Department can handle it. We don't need you here. Go away and do not fucking come back. So again, for anyone saying they don't listen to the judges aren't doing anything, this was a big middle finger week to this administration. They're all freaking out left and right. And like I said, want to know where Trump is right now? At Mar-a-Lago, going to parties, because he needs to feel like he's doing something good. So he needs to be surrounded by all of his billionaire friends who are like, we love you. You're doing such a good job. Because none of the Republicans in the House and the Senate are being nice to him right now. And he's like, wow, I'm really hated here in DC right now. So I gotta go.
Gotta go.
I gotta go. I need to feel like people love me. So I need to get on my plane and I need to fly to Mar-a-Lago where they understand me, where they get me. Just a big fuck you to MAGA this week. Ugh.
They didn't even stay the weekend. He wanted them to stay the weekend to end the filibuster, and they're like, no, we're going home.
That's a big no from us, dog.
No, you're going to your little party, asshole.
I'm leaving. I'm out. And they're like,
I'm out of here.
Okay.
Okay, bro.
You're not doing anything anyway.
Don't know if you noticed, but the ship is sinking.
It makes you look worse when you continue to leave while people can't put food on their tables and go to Mar-a-Lago and have fun with your billionaire friends. Like, not looking good for you, buddy. You could go do that yourself.
Listen, what perfect way to keep our foot on their neck after this past week is to have a mass blackout, right? We don't work, we don't spend, we don't do the streaming services on November 25th through December 2nd. You can start now if you want.
By all means.
Use your free will. You don't need to listen to people in your phone to tell you when to stop spending money. You could do it now. Don't wait for us.
After.
Keep going. Go. People said
it
should be till the end of the administration. Do it.
Do it.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. It should be. Do it. What the fuck are you waiting for me for?
You have free
Okay,
will.
so do it. So our thing, the mass blackout, November 21st through through December 2nd. And that's still going to be sticking to the at least 3 days that the People's Sick Day was trying to do. The stores, they're on to us. The corporations, they're on to us. That's why originally we were like, hey, we're only going to give a 48-hour notice. They moved up the sales a week because they're like, oh shit, they're pissed.
They're
They're
not
not
gonna
going to
shop
buy
those
stuff.
weeks.
They're not going to work.
But
They're
you
not going to
know,
watch TV.
as much as I still stand 10 fucking toes down that the 48 hours was the best way to do it because it didn't let these corporations call our bluff, in a weird way, it was like a blessing in disguise because now we know exactly which corporations are playing in our faces and are like, you won't do it. You won't do it. You're still going to buy. Like, we needed to know which corporations were really paying attention and calling our bluff publicly.
They see us. Even South Park. They were the kids on South Park were organizing online.
Yeah.
So like clearly there are people whose jobs to scroll social media and check the temperature and be like, what the fuck are these people saying on here? And they're like, shit, they're pissed. They're going to boycott. They're not going to work. So to keep our foot on their necks, keep doing that. Do not work. If you can't work all those days, take some, take one, take a half, or just dick around all day. Take a big dump at work
in
all
some
day.
fashion.
Start unplugging shit. Be like, oh my God, the power
God.
went out? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Who
I
did
didn't know that
that?
button did that.
It must
so
have been
crazy.
a strong.
Just call, be like, oh my God, I got in a car accident. Wow,
My leg is
that's
backwards.
crazy. I don't know what to do about that. Or just like drop your computer. Oh my God, we had an earthquake. Computer just
On the East
flew off
Coast.
my desk and it's just done for. It's just gone.
Yeah. And if you have to spend money, do it at a small business, cash only. We already have the results. We saw it from Disney. People have already been forced into doing strikes. This is the perfect time where these federal workers are furloughed and they're not getting paychecks and people are not getting SNAP and people are going fucking hungry. This is the perfect, like, if not now, when? If not now, when? They think their projections for the holidays years this year is a 1.2 trillion
of your monies.
You gonna let them do that? Of yours, because they think you're stupid because you want to buy a fucking bear cup because you guys are punching each other over a bear when you could just dump out a fucking honey bear
that they didn't even
and stick a straw in it.
Guys, you guys got all played by Starbucks. You all got played because these stores only got like one bear cup. You guys were in line.
So they're like, oh, it's so
fucking 30, and they're like, hey, yeah, the employee, there was only one here, and an employee already bought it.
Yeah, you guys are freaking out, and there's probably only like a total of like 32 throughout the entire country.
And like, if you just wait a week, there'll be a dupe on TikTok Shop.
They have one on Aldi for $4. They have a gingerbread man.
You know, like, I know you want your dopamine boost. You want your hit of serotonin, and maybe that bear cup was your hit of serotonin. But look what happened, guys. The corporation played you. They played you. They didn't apologize. They didn't say, oh my God, guys, yeah, we thought we were going to have, 1,000 cups of freaking store, and that's on us. They just played in your face and was like, you're still going to come to Starbucks.
These people are laughing. They're laughing at us like fucking Walmart with their fucking little Nazi shirt. But the fucking has the black power fist.
Yeah,
and then it has a hand. It says paper beats rock. But it's a Nazi salute.
It is a Nazi salute.
They're doing it in our faces.
Lives matter.
Are you gonna tell me that's a Roman salute? It's taken out of context. No, and fucking shout out to Missy for bringing this up earlier, that this is what the ICE agents are doing. They're playing rock, paper, scissors before they're going on the fucking little racist raids. Coinky dink?
Coinky dink? I think not.
No.
So we need to start saying, oh, you're not going to play in our face. We're going to play in your face.
We can laugh right back. We can all laugh right and be broke together.
We can laugh all the way to our beds at home where we're going to stay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice, guys? You all need a break. We all need a break, okay? We all need a fucking break. We're all stressed the fuck out. I mean, we're stressed the fuck out. Imagine you're going to work from 5 to 9. You're coming home. You're taking care of your family. Or if you're like us, you're working another 5 to 11, trying to figure out what the fuck this administration's doing and get this information out to you. We're all stressed. We all need a week to just sit in our beds and fucking sleep and not go anywhere, not fight at Black Friday shopping, buy shit. Start talking to your kids about what the holidays truly mean and why this year this is not how the holiday should be. That we should be giving.
They don't need the PS5.
They don't need it. And you need to talk to them about it and why, for their future, that Christmas is canceled this year, Thanksgiving is canceled this year, and why, and what you're going to do instead. You can go volunteer at a food pantry that day. You could bring them. A lot of places have kid volunteers that you could go in and you could really show them how this holiday looks for somebody that isn't getting a PS5 anytime soon.
It's unnecessary.
It's just unnecessary. Maybe this is a perfect opportunity to really sit down with your kids and explain what's going on in a child appropriate way. Just saying.
They'll
Just
live.
saying.
They'll be fine.
They will be fine. And you can get their small business to buy their presents after this blackout's over, or thrift stores.
Yes.
Thrift or make them. Go back. Some people are really creative.
Pay a bill. Pay somebody's bill. People are doing that.
Instead.
They're paying each other's bills for Christmas.
Bring food to the food pantry for Christmas meals for families. Like, come on, guys. We can take care of our neighbors, and that will have a lasting impact on your kids. It really will.
We don't need the flat screens. Like, we've seen enough. We've need the new fucking TVs.
Growing up, some of my memories is like in high school, going and working at food pantries and giving back and really feeling like I made a difference. Those are some of my memories. They'll be your kids' memories too, that they help somebody in need.
While we're on the topic of the food pantries, the churches, what are you guys doing? What's the creator's name? It started with an N. What's her name? Nikki. She's calling up the churches and she's saying, "Hey guys,
she's like,
I have a
2-month-old
baby,
a 2-month-old in a day,
in 2 hours or a day, but basically
she's going a whole day."
She said a whole day, and a baby needs formula every 2
she's got
hours.
The baby crying in the background, and she's like, "All I need is 1 can of formula."
And they're like, "Oh," and they're like,
and
did you try asking the government?
Yeah. Have you tried calling this pantry? And here's the thing. She's right. A lot of pantries don't stock formula, especially ones run by churches. Don't stock feminine hygiene products. They don't stock like shampoos, conditioners, formula, diapers. So she is right in saying like, they don't have them. They tell me to call churches. And they're like, "Well, honey, I don't have that. You're going to have to find some." And a lot of them are going, "Are you on WIC?" Like they don't even know what's happening. They don't even know what's happening. Now, she's called mosques. They've helped. They're like, "Okay, what formula is it? Where do you live? How far are you? Do you have transportation? Can you get here? Can I come to you?"
Baptist churches.
The Black Baptist churches. She was like, "I will pay it out of pocket as the worker. Like, I will do it." Some Catholic churches have said yes. She called Joel's church. They said, "Fuck no." They said, "First of all, our pantry's only open like 2 days a week. So that's a you problem."
Mm-hmm.
And
what are you guys doing with the tides?
Are tanking online. And now at this point, it's gone viral enough that these churches are figuring out what she's doing. But it's the principle of the fact. She doesn't even need to do it long term. All she had to do was it for those 2 days to know where most of those churches are standing.
Another veil has been lifted moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As somebody who is not religious at all, obviously I'm not throwing a church in the hat. I don't even know the name of any churches nearby. But if you are somebody who goes to church, call up your church. It doesn't have to be Nikki doing it. Call your church up and say, "I come here every Sunday." And I don't know if you've seen this video going around, but if somebody called and asked for a can of formula and you didn't do it, I would never come to your church again. And just say that. You don't have to pretend. Like, just be like, "I want to know right now if that is something you would do." It's a yes or no answer. And if it's no, you'll never see me again. You'll never see me again. Like, start holding churches accountable.
And tax them.
I've been spamming Joel's TikTok page because they keep saying, "Oh yeah, like everybody's asking Joel, what are you doing?" And they're just linking the Lake Ranch or whatever it is church that he funds, and they're like, "Well, that church is doing something." So I said, that's what the church is. What is Joel doing? What is Joel doing? Because if you're just going to say this is what the people who go to this church and who are donating are doing, and you're saying that that's what Joel's doing, you're just stealing what the churchgoers are donating as if they're Joel. They're not Joel. What is Joel doing?
Money?
And I know I'm going to get blocked for it, but I'm out here doing the Lord's work. If you go to that church, do not let Joel take credit for your donations. to their food pantry.
Didn't
Don't
let
let him,
people in
because he
during
is. He's in the
Katrina.
comments linking the food bank at whatever church that apparently is only open like 2 days a week, and saying that that's what he's doing, when all online it is what the church is donating. The people who go to that church are donating. They are physically bringing food. So that's not Joel.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that
Fuck
guy.
Joel Osteen. Fuck Dick Cheney. And fuck Dave Portnoy. Boom. Speaking of fuck people, traders in the chat. Mariah Carey, you can get these hands too. Not literally. Fuck you too. You thought you were mad funny with that Sephora commercial, poking fun at people, these fucking corporations, laughing in our faces again with Billy Eichner, disappointed he took that fucking commercial where he was the elf.
Hold him
And he
accountable
said,
too.
the elves are going on strike this Christmas. I need to take your stuff because I need to afford elf therapy.
And she's like, no, you won't. Ba-ba.
And then turns him into a
turns him into a snowman. That is not only just a terrible ad in general, and just shows that Mariah Carey can be bought because she did a paid ad for her It's Time that she's never done before. So now there's a price tag on it. You know, it's not just something that's funny anymore. Now she's like, oh, I'm profiting off of this. So that, A, not good. B, making fun of people who need to go to therapy, not good. And C, making fun of people that are like, we are going to strike because we can't put food on our tables. And she's like, no, you won't. You're going to buy a Sephora. You're going to buy this makeup. So we're just going to freeze you. Freeze that talk. Stop talking about that.
The internet was ablaze.
The internet. They were cutting up their VIP cards to Sephora.
Just open the video with cutting up the cards. Said, Sephora, you want to play games? We can play games.
Look at Ulta so fast. Ulta would never.
Oh, I saw that comment so many times. You know what? I always liked the Ulta.
I've always shopped Ulta. To be fair, I've never been a Sephora girly. I'm not a huge like makeup girly anyway, but I just like Ulta better.
I'm here for this era of people canceling themselves, like Sydney Sweeney.
It's so much easier than having to do a deep dive and have to look into the financials,
like, thank you.
And the donations and where they're taking their money from. When they just come out and they're like, LOL, you thought you were going to boycott us?
LOL, you're
Sydney
poor.
Sweeney,
and we're like,
cool. She's coming out being like, if I want to say something that I think's meaningful, I will. And thank you so much to the Trump administration for having my back about this eugenics ad that I did.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney's racist.
Yeah, it's like they're all just, okay, that's so much better. Like, just come out and say that you're a terrible company, a terrible person, so that we can all be like, okay, then I don't have to fight in the comments anymore. Okay, I don't have to be in these comments like fighting for my life, like doing this deep, dark research on this person. And they're like, that's not right. They'll say it if they feel that way. Well, now they're saying it. It's so much easier.
Just said it.
She just said it. She literally said.
She said the ad speaks for itself.
She said the ad speaks for itself. And they're like, okay, but do you want to comment? If I want to comment on
she tried to give her an out too.
Just like, do you just want to like make a comment like, I don't like eugenics? She's like, if I want to comment on something, I will. Thank you, Daddy Trump, for not making fun of me.
She was not acting when she was playing Cassie.
That's why Zendaya won't go on any press with her.
She knows what's up. Zendaya stays 10 toes down on defending her fucking image. She's about that life.
And I know some people are like, oh, you know, and even I will say the Jennifer Lawrence thing that's circling where she's like, I don't even want to talk about politics anymore because it's turning people away from the art. Some people are like, that's two-folded because she's making art commenting on the current climate, and if people don't even go watch it because of where she stands, they won't maybe see it.
Art is political.
Art is political no matter what. I love these celebrities. We stand Mark Ruffalo, like, you know, like standing on business no matter what. And I am disappointed that Jennifer Lawrence doesn't want to even comment on politics anymore because she doesn't feel like celebrities have any say, because they do.
Cancel yourself.
They do.
Good job. Way to go.
So I am disappointed. And I know people were fighting for her in the comments being like, well, she does make art that is political, and if people don't like her, they won't even go watch it and get it. You think MAGA is going to get any art that's political? You think they're going to watch a movie from Jennifer Lawrence and be like, you know what? She's right. Fuck Donald Trump. I got it. I understood all the innuendos in there. No,
you can't be silent. No, looking at you, Taylor Swift, because Olivia Rodrigo told that man to go fuck himself. Olivia Rodrigo said, "Don't use my shit."
Didn't she sue like a theme park for using her song or something like that faster
To
than she
Olivia
sued
Rodrigo.
no, Taylor Swift. I think she
She
sued like
sued Olivia
she
Rodrigo
sued Olivia
fast.
Rodrigo for but I think she also recently is in a legal battle with like a
Mhm.
theme park for using her song, but she won't sue the
But she won't sue
administration.
Nazis. That's crazy. It's crazy that
Um,
she's choosing not to sue Nazis. It's interesting.
yeah, that I'm really actively leaving the. I was never really in the Taylor Swift movement. I've liked some of her albums, and I've liked her like back when. Um, I was never
Silence
a
right now,
Swiftie. I've
though.
never been to a concert. Never would have gone to a concert, but I'm really, yeah, it's a no from me, dog.
Oh, and
That is
before we
just
get the
a big no from me going forward.
what about the Kayla Nicole and the tweets? Yeah, that was fucked up too. Fuck her too. There.
It doesn't
We
have
don't
to
worship people.
be like we can hold so many people accountable. That's like saying that we aren't going to hold Nancy Pelosi. Like, no, fuck Nancy Pelosi.
If you're not aware, it's okay to
Fuck
tell
Bernie
people that you
Sanders.
don't like that they're doing something bad.
Like somebody
It's
that you
okay.
thought aligned with your politics, like that we won't hold Dems accountable, that we won't hold like Kayla accountable because we were like, that's really funny what you did, Taylor, that all of a sudden that
Yeah.
we are backing her. No, it was just a funny
No.
move, and
I don't
that
know
doesn't
that
mean
I don't know that woman.
I've
I
literally
don't know.
never heard of her until that dance, and I was like, that was pretty funny because the
Like I knew
matching
who
of the
she was, but
song.
I was never like, "Ooh, Kayla Nicole." I don't care. Oh, she has fucked up tweets. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't like that. She like slurs.
Or
Fuck her.
that's like
She's
saying that I
racist.
can't like Kylie Kelsey because Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. No, I could still like Kylie Kelsey. Kylie Kelsey's she had Michelle on and was
Yeah.
like, I was so excited that my first time voting, I could vote for your husband. Like, I could still like Kylie Kelsey. You
And the
know, like you
second she
guys are
pisses
making
us
really
off,
weird
it's
comparisons.
strange.
It's
The second
strange.
she pisses us off, we'll be like, "Hey, that was fucked up."
It's strange. You guys are like treating this like we can't like somebody because they're associated. Like
It's
it's
giving
giving.
MAGA.
It's giving MAGA. It's giving. It's giving like at first when we first started to see the signs with Taylor, and like I was telling even my friends, like I am starting to see signs, and I feel like we should hold her accountable. I feel like she should be held accountable. And I stand by that. And now as I'm seeing more and more, now I'm like, no, I am off. I was never really on it, but I am off. I'm gone. You'll never see me again. I've seen what I needed to see. But we've got to start like just etching away at the big pop star. She gets threatened by Trump. She's got to be around MAGA because of Travis, but that doesn't mean they're MAGA. And he was the face of Pfizer. And all of that can be true. And it can also be true that she put out a necklace that was definitely had Nazi symbolism that went through many checks that should have been called out, that she has not spoken out about her song being used by the White House, by the official White House page. All of this can all be true. We can be the face of Pfizer and still do problematic things. All of it can be true. We can hold everybody accountable. Everyone can get some accountability. I can hold myself accountable for things I've done.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that crazy? It
You
doesn't
will
have to
never
be that
catch
Taylor
me.
can never do anything wrong, apparently. She can,
She
and
will
she has, and she should be
multiple
held
times.
accountable by her fan base. That doesn't mean that you guys are like all of a sudden like, fuck Taylor. You could still say, I like her music and I like her lyrics and I like what she's done in the past, but I'm disappointed in what she's doing right now. And if Taylor is like, fuck you, then that says a lot about Taylor.
You'll never catch me in the comment section sipping for a celebrity. That's weird as fuck.
I just think
Weird ass behavior.
that so many things everything can be true at once, and you can hold Taylor accountable and still listen to her music and enjoy her music if you're that person. I'm not. I'm done. But if you're somebody like that feels like you can't hold her accountable because then you can't be listening to her music or you can't enjoy what she does, you can do that. You can hold her accountable and still like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's music.
She won't disown you. She doesn't even
She
know you.
disowns you again. It says more about her. I would want to be held accountable. If I was a celebrity, obviously doing something not good, I would want to be held accountable.
And here's the thing, she won't disown you because she's always silent.
And if she's terrified for her safety, then we need to ask a bigger question of that. Why? Why is she terrified for her safety? Is she getting threatened with her life? Then we need to actively be standing against the administration that's apparently threatening her life. Because a lot of you Swifties are MAGA. Just big picture here. Big picture, big picture. I'm very disappointed in Taylor Swift. I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Jennifer Lawrence, and I loved Jennifer Lawrence. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in celebrities, and I stan Olivia Rodrigo for using her voice, and I know she's probably not getting the
Immediately.
threats that Taylor Swift is getting, but again, I am going to hype up anyone who stands on fucking business and says, do not use my music, do not use my movie, do not use my quotes, do not use my image or likeness when it comes to your Nazi regime. No.
Period.
So that is what I'm giving my energy to, my money to, all of that. Amazing. Chef's kiss. Yeah. Amazing. Rounding out this week, we will do Yes, That Really Did Happen. So if you didn't watch, there was a Oval Office meeting where they were talking about lowering the costs on weight loss drugs like Ozempic. They didn't even get 5 minutes into that meeting before a man went down. Because it's just a bunch of white old men in a room. One's gonna fall. One's gonna pass the fuck out. Now, the funny part of this was immediately after this man passed out, the, Secretary of Health, RFK Jr., ran out of the room. I've never seen a man run faster. He said, gosh,
He
no,
dipped.
are you
He
okay?
dipped.
No, is he alive? No, he wasn't even running for help. He just left
I'm
the
out.
room.
He said, "Oh shit, they're gonna ask me if I'm a doctor. I'm out of here." And the Dr. Oz says, "Is
Dr.
there a
Oz was
doctor?
like, is there a doctor here? And that just really encapsulates this administration. When Dr. Oz asks where a doctor is and RFK
Trump.
Jr. runs out of the room. It
And
really
Trump just standing there.
just fully encapsulates why I'm angry every day.
And Trump just
That would be, guys, here's a comparison. That would be like if somebody came into the Pentagon and was like, I'm throwing a bomb at you, and Pete Hegseth ran away. Literally something he should be trained to handle. That's why he's apparently in charge and was confirmed and is the...
And he goes, who here is in charge of the military? We need people here.
Somebody's saying they have a bomb. I gotta go.
What do we do?
Put on the simplest terms, a man passes out and everyone's like, we need a doctor. They got his legs up in the air and Trump's just standing there staring.
And you have the two highest elected people that are in the medical field, and they're like,
Boyd, does anybody have ChatGPT? Somebody, what are your symptoms? Type them in.
Does anyone have WebMD up?
It says that you're dying. It says you're gonna die.
It says you have cancer.
Would you say you're feeling fatigued? Yeah, that's brain cancer.
Stage 4.
God,
says here you have 30 minutes.
It's ridiculous. And speaking of the Oval Office, if you've seen, there is this really big sign now that says Oval Office.
On printer paper.
Because God forbid Trump doesn't know where it is. He needs a sign now. The dementia's really kicked in and he's just walking the halls of the White House. He doesn't know where the fuck he's going. Now that there's a big hole in the side, it's really hard for him to figure out where everything is.
See, now that roof wandering makes a lot more sense.
He's just gonna maybe walk into a bulldozer. That would be the Oval Office is not a good spot for Trump right now because you've also seen the images. My favorite are the ones that Don Lemon put out with the lullaby music playing. In said Oval Office meeting, he could not stay awake. He was snoozing. And if you
same one.
It is. It's the same meeting. That's what I said. It was a bad day in the Oval Office for him. He couldn't find it. He needed a sign. People were passing out and running out of the office, and homeboy was zonked. And I don't want to hear that he was just, he just had his eyes closed because he was really paying attention. No, I think the only thing that woke him up was the man passing out. He was like,
yeah, that's when he stood up and he was just like, am I supposed to care?
Where am I? Bad time in the Oval Office for him. He had to leave. He was like, I gotta go away for the weekend. That's just bad all around. But if you've also heard, we talked a while back about the Washington Commanders. I think that was back in April when they were changing their name back to the Commanders. Well, now this is what happens. You fold to Trump, and now he thinks that you're his best buddy. This is what happened with what's his face, Saquon. You went golfing with him the one time, and now he's trying to make you the head of fucking athletics. And he's like, "Ooh, no, I just kind of wanted to like hang out with you one time. I didn't want to be the head of athletics. This is kind of weird. No, thank you." Well, now the Washington Commanders have done it, and now he thinks that they're besties, and he's like, I know you're creating that, the stadium. I think you should name it after me because look what I've done for you. I've put your name on the mark. You guys, nobody ever heard of you before till I brought it up and I had you change your name back. I really did a PR move on your team. And I think that in return, the stadium should be named after me.
Why do people get in business with this man? It never ends well 100% of the time.
Every time. Now he thinks you're best buddies and now you owe him a favor.
You either end up doing shit you don't want to do, you fucking lose your business, you go to jail, or you die. Like, those are the only options when it comes to this dude.
The Eagles didn't have to go to the White House. You could have said
Jalen
no.
Hurts, my guy.
Jalen didn't go.
That's my guy.
What Jalen's doing? Nothing with Trump because Trump doesn't care about him. But Saquon, you went and then you golfed with him, and now all of a sudden he has your name in the hat for all these things you didn't want to do.
Fucking coon.
And you could have avoided that by just fucking keeping your mouth shut.
You lie.
Same with Sydney.
Oh, I can't.
Same with Sydney. If Sydney hadn't done, now Sydney's hot. Sydney's hot, and everybody should go see her movies, and she should go to Jeff Bezos' wedding. And
she's flopping. Travis Kelce at the Super Bowl. You say, no, it's an honor to play in front of the president.
And
now
like,
look.
Well, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs should win. I think they should win, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to cause a scene. And then what's going to happen? They're not going to fucking win.
Now look. People are making fun of you on the internet every week because of your fucking girlfriend. Now look. Look at you.
Things are not. That's why it's just best to go against them or not say shit. If they ask you, how does it feel that the president's thinking about coming to the game? If he comes to the game, he comes to the game. I don't know.
Next question.
Like Jalen. Like, okay, hope he enjoys the show. Next question. Or just
who?
No comment. Next question. But I would love if you were like, fuck that guy. I hope he doesn't come. I hope the taxpayers aren't paying for that. Next question. Or if you're now, if they ask that now, be like, I'm only answering questions about Bad Bunny.
I will only be taking questions about Benito.
It's like, are you excited for Trump to come to the game? I'm actually excited for Bad Bunny. Next question.
Or just say who. Just do what he does. I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know
who is that? I don't know. I've never heard of him.
We have a president?
I thought we had a prime minister. Oh, I'm not really into politics like that.
Oh, you mean Joe Biden? He's coming to the game? Sick. I hope he's doing well. Next question.
We got a new one? No, that's fake news.
Trump? He's alive?
Him?
I thought he died. Didn't he die
heard he had
like
dementia.
the day of the election? That Tuesday? Wasn't that him? Oh, that was Dick Cheney? Same thing. Next question.
Same guy.
Next question.
I'm getting my extremist white guys mixed up.
Man, He's still alive? How is he getting here?
Yikes. Well,
that's just how I would do it to avoid all of this. But Washington Commanders, you done did it. You did yourself in for this. And so you're going to have to name your stadium after him. And that's
why you guys suck this year.
Yikes. Will not be going there.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for celebrating. Thanks for raging out. Make sure that you have put in your PTO the week of
do not disappoint us.
November 25th through December 2nd. Okay, we're working on some things. People are ready to do this by default. Okay, They're saying blackout Black Friday, blackout Cyber Monday. It's going to happen either way, whether we're involved or not.
In some way, shape, or form, because people do not like Black Friday. They're not even real sales. We all know this. No. So they're participating, and then people are like participating unknowingly because they already called off for the holidays. So it's like, it's so funny.
It's going to happen either way.
It's so funny. You guys are going to participate in some way. Just send it. Full send it.
And if you haven't, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Please. Thanks for listening. Follow us on the TikTok, the Substack. If you are a grassroots candidate, hit us up.
They're hitting
us up.
They're hitting us up. And you should be following us on some platform because, might I say, we have a bit of a lineup that we're very excited about. Like, truly don't understand how this is happening, but it's happening. We are not going to say yet. You're going to have to wait for like a week. but we're about to announce somebody coming on that's we're very excited about. So make sure you are subscribed, you're following us, and you're watching these grassroots candidates, because some of them that are coming on we're very excited.
Got
Very
some big
excited.
fish
Big fish.
coming.
So
Big fish coming.
if you guys, we're booked out for the rest of the year.
Booked and busy.
Booked and busy with these grassroots candidates. Run for Something has gone through the roof. And so we're just hoping that it is just all the way through to midterms that we are just interviewing and interviewing and interviewing. We'd love to see it. Again, you have to be grassroots. You cannot take large PAC and definitely not APAC money. That is a criteria for you. You got to be grassroots, and you should be grassroots. That's the future, guys.
Yeah. So make sure you're following us on everything. So you're seeing those Substack, Spotify, YouTube, still TikTok, Instagram.
All of the good things.
Follow us on all the things.
Yay.
And we will have another one for you on Thursday.
All right. Bye.
Peace.